Hello, my name is Billy Anderson. I am the co-founder and co-director of the Angel Tree Football Clinic. The Angel Tree Football Clinic was started 11 years ago this year by myself and my colleague Joe Avila. At the time, we were both working for a charitable nonprofit organization called Prison Fellowship, one of the world's largest outreach organizations to prisoners, ex-prisoners, and their families. Joe is still the regional director for the state of California, Nevada, Hawaii. At the time that we founded this back in 2005, I was working as the regional executive director for the southwest portion of the United States. Literally sitting around one day having a casual lunch, the two of us were trying to figure out things that we could do to help expand a program of prison fellowships called Angel Tree, which is primarily a Christmas outreach to the children of prisoners. We wanted to be able to do something to make a bigger impact on the lives of these kids beyond just Christmas gifts at Christmas time. And particularly we wanted to focus on boys that many of them had absent fathers because their fathers were in prison. We knew that if we were going to do something, it was going to have to be something that came out of our own personal passion. Well, part of my passion is derived from my background. I was a running back at Stanford University during a real golden age of football there. I had the opportunity to be part of a couple of teams that were nationally ranked, bowl championship teams. I got a chance to play for Bill Walsh during those years and was blessed to be elected by my teammates in my senior year as the special teams captain and the winner of the Unsung Hero Award. I also had an opportunity to, take a shot at playing football in the NFL. Got invited to camp with the Buffalo Bills. Wasn't able to make the team, but nonetheless, it was an experience which I'd always wanted to have and made a big difference in my life. So with that kind of passion driven from football, we decided, maybe this is what we'll do. Kids like football. Let's put something together in the area of a football camp that might create an opportunity to attract young boys to. From the lunch that we had, because of my relationships in Stanford, this lunch we were having was in Palo Alto. We literally got up from the luncheon table. We drove over to Stanford University. At the time, one of my dear friends who is out here coaching at the camp now, Darren Nelson, 15-year pro, College Hall of Fame running back, played 15 years with Minnesota Vikings and was one of my backfield mates in college. He was the senior associate athletic director at Stanford University. We went into his office. Coach Bill Walsh was working at Stanford as a special assistant to the athletic director at the time. So we sat down with these guys. We asked them, what do you guys think about the idea of a football clinic? If it's something we did, would you be willing to support it? They both thought it was a great idea. So we went away pretty encouraged. We got to work putting something together we had no idea how to do. The very first year, we realized that it wasn't just about doing the clinic, but we wanted to make an impact in the community. In order to do that, we were going to have to be partnered with someone from the community who had the ability to help us to develop the outreach to organizations. So we went and partnered with an amazing man, a Bay Area legend here, a guy who's in the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame by the name of Coach Ben Parks. Coach Parks passed away a few years ago, but everybody in the Bay Area sports scene knows who Coach Parks is. And he came and said, I'll do anything that I can to help you guys. We got with him. We put things together. And in 2005, we ran our very first Angel Tree Football Clinic. At that time, we had about 50 boys show up. We didn't really have a lot of players involved, ex-players involved, but we did get about 10 adult volunteers. We had no idea what we were doing. Stanford gave us a field. We came out there. We did the best we could. We put on a football clinic. And afterwards, we all felt so great about what had been accomplished. We know that the kids really had a great time at the event, that we decided that we had to do our best to work really hard to make this thing better and expand it. So we just kept working on it year after year, and over the years we were able to attract some really great players to come out. We had, amazing football legends like Ronnie Lott and Keena Turner and Guy McIntyre, John Coma, guys that had won 3-4 Super Bowls. And as those guys started coming out, other guys started coming out and seeing what we were doing and getting enthusiastic about it. And before you knew it, we were putting on clinics where we had 300 to 350 boys. All of the clinics took place on the campus of Stanford University as they gifted us their facilities to put the clinics on, supported us in a number of ways. We started getting major response from the college football community, the NFL alumni community, and by 2010, we were really starting to entertain a lot of kids. We expanded to use all 3 fields at Stanford University, and it just somewhere along the way, by God's grace and pure happenstance, we actually looked around and realized that we now understood what it took to put one of these things on. We'd made a lot of contacts in the community with community organizations, and we felt like we'd finally gotten to the point where we were well established with something that was going to go well into the future. We hit a bit of a hiccup on the evening before the 2000 and the 2010 Angel Tree Football Clinic. Our great partner, Coach Ben Parks, passed away in his sleep the evening before the football clinic. We found out just hours before we were going to take the field that Coach Parks had passed away. And although we were all very deep in grief over losing such a great friend, it's almost as if through his passing, his spirit infused a new sense into the clinic. And enthusiasm began to build even more. More people were attracted to it. We dedicate a huge portion of this clinic to Coach Parks. And at that point in time, it really began to take off. So we've been able to accomplish a lot of things in 10 years, this being our 11th year. We've had the opportunity to bring thousands of boys to the clinic, to have literally hundreds of former college and NFL players participate as coaches, to bring hundreds of volunteers from churches and the community and other organizations to come out and participate with us in bringing a great experience for the boys. 2016 is a particularly exciting year for us because for the very first time we are operating under a partnership with the NFL alumni chapter, Northern California chapter. It's been a fantastic partnership that's brought new life to our coaching. It has brought us to a new facility here in Redwood City, access to a number more legends of the game, and just another opportunity to really make a significant impact on the lives of these young kids. So it's a partnership that we are hoping and anticipating and expecting really will go on into the future for years as we continue to grow and regrow this thing and bring more partners into the opportunity to maybe change a life or two in the life of a young boy who's got a parent who's incarcerated or comes from an at-risk community or just doesn't know which way he's going in life. So that really is what the Angel Tree Football Clinic and now the Angel Tree Football Clinic NFL Alumni Youth America Week event is all about. And we're just so thrilled to be out here with all of the people that are part of it, again, with an opportunity to maybe change a life or two in the process. Absolutely. If you want to find out more information about the Angel Tree Football Clinic, it is an annual event. Probably the best way to get in touch with us is to go to our Facebook page. You can connect with us via message. You can see what's going on a regular basis. That Facebook address is www.facebook.com/Angel Tree Football. You'll see all of the pictures from the event. There's a way to message us there. We'll get back to you right away, and an opportunity for you to learn more about past camps and future plans at that site.